Work-life balance refers to the efforts of employees to optimally split their time and energy between work and other important aspects of their lives. Today, we're going to be focusing on teleworking and flexible work schedules. Today's guest speaker is Christy Cray. Christy, can you please tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Sure, my name is Christy Cray. I've been in the human resources field for over 15 years. I have a master's degree from James Madison University in human resources, and I also have my PHR. I've worked for four different companies over those years as an HR manager, an employee relations manager, recruiting, and other aspects of HR.
Okay, well, great. Thanks, Christy. Um, at your current employer, how long has your company allowed for teleworking, and did management implement the plan gradually, or was it all at once?
Well, the implementation of teleworking came before I joined the current company in 2009 or 2010, I think. And the policy was fleshed out by management, and then once they had set the parameters, it was rolled out gradually to the headquarters folks and then on to the on site staff.
Okay, great. When teleworking was actually implemented initially, what were some of the things that were done to try to make it a success?
Well, I mean, the most important thing I think to make the program a success, besides having the policy and parameters set, is to make sure that everyone that was going to take advantage of this benefit had the ability to do so as far as connectivity and technology. So making sure that everyone that was going to be working from home could work as if they were in the office. So there was not any connection issues. They had all the equipment that they needed, phones, etc., that made it seem like they were in the office.
Great. So, have you worked for other organizations that have allowed teleworking and/or flexible work schedules? And if so, what are the differences between your current employer and your previous three?
Well, unfortunately, the companies that I've worked for previously really didn't support teleworking, and I think that is because of a couple of different reasons. One is that some of them were over 40 years old, and management really wasn't familiar with teleworking as a normal part of corporate culture. They didn't feel comfortable with it. It just wasn't part of what they were used to. And in addition to that, the nature of what the work was, the company that I currently work for that allows for teleworking is an IT firm with focus on connecting information anytime, anywhere. And so by letting our engineers telework and letting our other staff telework, we're walking the walk of what we do. Whereas in previous companies, architecture and interior design, for example, that's not really something where teleworking is as easy to accomplish because you have more of a collaborative effort on a work site or something like that.
So, it sounds like in your current employer, teleworking and/or flexible work schedule is kind of the norm.
Absolutely. I think when we first implemented in 2009, 2010, it was to a new benefit to attract people. And at this point, if we took it away or made any changes to it, I think it would be at the detriment of the company because engineers and other folks in our field expect that flexible life, work life, and that teleworking capability to be part of the package.
Okay. How often do you get to telework, and what are some limitations regarding the usage in your company?
Personally, I work a reduced work week, and so I work about 30 hours a week, and I telecommute twice a week. The rest of the staff, a lot of different people take advantage of it. It makes them very happy. They all talk about the positive aspects of it. Some people whose job function might be something where they have to be in the office, for example, recruiters interviewing new folks, they might only telecommute once or twice a week, but otherwise it's pretty much up to the management's discretion.
So, what are some benefits of teleworking for you?
The biggest benefit for me is the lack of commute. I don't like commuting, and in this area that we live, there's a lot of time spent in the car and in traffic, which could much better be spent working and being with my family. So I'm able to log on sooner, and I'm able to get home quicker to spend time with my family.
So, if you could change something about the flexible work schedule and/or telecommuting, what would it be?
I don't know if I would change anything necessarily about the policy because I think it's a very valuable benefit and I fully support it. The only challenge for me personally is that connectivity that you have from being so well set up at home makes it a little bit more difficult to set the boundaries as far as when you're going to sign off, answering emails late at night, logging back on to take care of something. When I personally think, there should be a point where you set the boundary and log out, and that can be sometimes a little bit challenging when you're so connected.
I would definitely agree with that. So what would you recommend for any company implementing a telework and or flexible work schedule policy for it to be successful after it's rolled out?
Well, success is really based on management and all of the leaders of the company really being behind it and supporting it. And then once you have that policy laid out, making sure that everybody sticks with it. If you're going to go a strict route and have one day a week that you follow that policy, if you're going to make it more case by case, dealing with what comes with that, and just making sure that folks that haven't had the benefit before get a little bit of training as far as what the expectation is when they're working from home.
Okay, great. Well, Chrissy, thank you for your time, and we appreciate it.